Hi, my name is Jonas, and in this video we will take a look at how we can implement movement on the ledge from the left and right. I believe it's called Shimmy, something if you kind of walk from side to side. So we want to make this animation. And as we've done several times before, we want to go to Mixamo and find these two. Search for braced hang, and we find Shimmy and Shimmy. So let's open up Maya and let's make a new scene. Okay, and I already imported these two, so I downloaded them, but I'm gonna import first. I think this is which one is this? This is the right one. Okay. So let's click one of the nodes first to check it's 34 frames long, like that. And as we've done several times, let's add a root node. Give it a size so we can see it. 0 and 0. And parent this up. Okay, like this. So now we have this this fixed position here, so the root is not moving now. So we basically just want to move this, make sure that the root node stays with us at all time. Not that we really use this at this point, but I think it's good practice to do this anyway. Go to the graph editor. It's on the other screen. Take our translate, copy them, and put them on root, which I call joint. I need to call root. And we're gonna zero out all of these. Let's see if we can make this fairly precise. Whoops. Move it down. Let's do that for the y-axis also. And of course we do this because now we have the movement on the root and we don't need it on the hips. Okay, should be okay. And we have the c-axis as well up here. Let's just flatten this one out. And move it down to around 0. Okay. Oh, it's not perfect, but okay. Something like that. I think that's gonna be okay. So now we have the motion translated onto the root instead. Why did the root go, by the way? I don't see it. Did I delete it or something? It's funny, this seems to happen. Oh yeah, right. It's I made a little mistake. If you remember from one of the first videos, we need to make sure that our offset is always for the hip 96, I think. So this one obviously don't go to the hip translate. See, it needs to not go to 0, it needs to go to 96. Otherwise it's gonna be through the ground. So let's put it here. Okay, 96, I think it is. So, and now we can see the root. It's kind of bouncing up and down a little bit, going from the side to side. Okay, so that's actually all we need for this one. So let's just export that one. Export all, and I'm gonna dump this to my desktop and call this Shimmy right, like this. Okay, so now we have these two animations. I won't show how we do the Shimmy left because it's exactly the same. Okay, so you can do that yourself. Just assume that you have this and go to our Unreal Engine and import these two animations, the Shimmy left root motion and right root motion. Okay, and make sure to check, select the skeleton with the root and import. I should have selected import all. Okay, anyway. And then we have these two animations in. So let's just also make sure to duplicate and retarget them to our preferred skeleton. And he's gonna be down here. So we have these two animations. And let's also move them into our climbing folder. Okay. So we have them. Where are they? Here. This is the right, and this is the left. Okay. So now we actually just need to do a few things more to get this working, I think. One thing is that I want to make this, we have this hang loop, hang idle state, this one. And I want to just replace this one with a blend space. So right click this one and create, nope, right click this one, right click out here, say animation, blend space 1D. It's gonna be okay, and we want to select the SK Atom skeleton and call this the for hanging idle shimmy blend space 1D. That's a hell of a long name. I should learn to make shorter names, I think. So anyway, our axis is going to be, let's call this the climb direction, and we want to set the axis to, because I know that our speed is going to range from 100 to minus 100 to 100. And the reason for these two values is that they match up kind of nice with the animation. So notice that we don't use root motion for this, and there is a reason for this, but I won't try to explain this. So anyway, click apply parameter changes, and let's find our animations. So we have an idle animation, it's called hanging idle. Let's put that in the middle, and then we have the shimmy left. This one goes here, and the shimmy right goes here. Okay, I think I made a mistake with the right one, or maybe I just need to enable root motion on them. I am quite sure I didn't make them exactly the same. Okay. Yeah, well, this is gonna work. I just enabled root motion on these two. So I guess this is gonna work. Okay. I obviously made something different with the right one, but I didn't really notice that. So let's try and continue as nothing happened. So now we need to just go to our animation blueprint and replace our idle state with the blend one. So inside here we have our braced hang idle, which is play hang idle. Let's remove this one and replace it with the space, this one, this shimmy something. And it's taking this climb direction, and we don't currently have this one, so let's make a variable for this. And it's going to be a float. and it's gonna go here. Okay, and that's actually all we need. So almost all we need, because we also need to update this variable climb direction. So inside our character blueprint, we have some functionality to control left and right movement. Here, this handle right direction, if you remember from, I think it was a previous video. Well, we have this branch going down here saying if we are in a non-climbing state, then we want to, if we are actually in some kind of climbing state, this is saying, then we want to add the movement only in the right direction from the right actor, but right vector, but we're not updating this climb direction, and this value here is we can't really use that, so we'll make something different. So what we are going to do is to take our character movement, because that, since we know we are currently in when we are climbing, and then we are actually flying, so we have a max fly speed we can take. Max fly speed, this one, and the scale value coming in here contains either -1 or 1, depending on which direction, if we're climbing left or right. So we can just multiply this to get the plus or minus value for this one. So multiply this, not by pi, but by float, and say local scale. I have this, I believe, here. Okay, good. This one. This is the variable we're setting up here. And then we need to feed this into our animation blueprint. And let's make a quick interface function for this. The ways we could do this, but let's do it. So something like set climb direction. It's going to take an input, climb direction. This is going to be a float. Compile this one, save, and go to our base character and make sure to compile. Now we can get our animation, get an anim instance, this fella down here, up, and I need a little bit more space, I think. Okay, maybe even a little bit more, and we want to call this function set climb direction. Send this message and plug it in here between, and take this direction that we just calculated and feed it into this one. So now we're telling the animation that which direction we are moving. So let's go back in our animation graph and grab this value. So just find a little space for this. Probably need to compile. Okay. Event set climb direction, and we want to set this one. Our climb direction equals to the value we just passed, and I think that's let's see if that's it. Okay, let's test it out. So let's find a ledge to jump onto here, and okay, something is off with the hands. It's because I did this root motion and I obviously used it wrong. So what you need to do, and this is kind of the process with these animations, I think, is that you need to go and fix the animation in Maya again. I believe my left one I just showed is correct, so let's disable root motion for the left one, and see if that makes him stay in the right, correct height. Yeah, you can see when he's moving up the left. Oh, but he's making that jump now. Oh, I see. So we do actually need to have this root motion enabled. It makes him jump down. Let's go check out what I did wrong, and see if we can figure it out. It's best to see in the animation graph editor. Oh, I know, I didn't adjust the okay, it went a little bit too fast. Okay, so we did copy here's the problem. We didn't just copy all the translate values from the hip down to the root, but we didn't make sure that the axis starts at 96. So that's a problem. I missed that. So before I end this video, let's fix this so we are certain that it's working. So 96 something. Let's see if we can find that somewhere around here. 96. So just aim for the first one, and I think the last one. Oh, fuck. Had to move that one, didn't I? I need to undo. Okay, so make sure to drag this one down so it also ends here. Okay, and it looks good now. So let's re-export this again. And was this the shimmy left or right? This is what? Is this the right one? Oh, this is the right one. I'm mixing them up. Ah. Okay, so this is definitely the shimmy right. I wanna right now. Okay, so let's re-import it here and go to our. Okay, we already have it here. So the braced hang shimmy right. We just want to click that and click it re-import. So that should bring it down. Yep, it does. Good. We are happy. So retarget it and onto our Atom skeleton. Actually, let's go first and remove him so I don't mix them up. Where's the right? Here's the right. Remove. Go to the new version we have. Move it to the climbing folder and copy. Remove that. Update our blend space. The right. This one. And let's test it out if the right motion is correct now. Oh, it's not. I forgot to enable root motion. Okay. Now it's correct. I am almost certain. No. He's still jumping down. That is weird. What did we do wrong? See, this is the animation here. Oh. Fuck. I think I made a mistake. Oh, how do we fix this the best way? See, the reason this doesn't work it's because the hip, if we take a look at his hands, they need to be stationary, okay? And we can see they are stationary because their motion, well, if we take a look at the root motion version, then we will see that the hand that are not moving, so he's gonna move this way, so this one is gonna stay stationary in the z-axis. But look what happens when we, okay, you can see the hand is going downwards, and that is actually because now we have removed the motion from his hip, so we lost that when we enabled the root motion. Last visit to Maya to fix this. Okay, but this mistake actually quite well illustrates some of these pitfalls you can run into. So I think we still have, we still have this, and I'm not 100% sure how much difference we had on. Oh shit, this is going to be a bit difficult. Maybe we can see that on the root. Okay, we can actually see. So the difference here is about 115 and 95. So it's about 20. So obviously you don't want to scale this as I did, but just to get a kind of a feeling of how this was supposed to look. So this is at right now 90, and I drag this one up to about should be 20. So wasn't it 20? The root differs 20, yes, and this one also differs 20 now. So now we still have this motion, which is going to compensate for the hand movement. So now the hand is going to stay still, and still we need to make sure that the hand or the hip starts at 96. So move this one up here. So now it should work. Okay. Export to our Shimmy right. Okay, and re-import it again. We have it. Go to here, and no, we don't need to re-import. This one, re-import. Okay. Retarget, duplicate to add-on, and take it into the climbing folder, and let's remove the old one, get rid of the copy, and fix the blend space. So that should fix it. Okay, so we just need to enable root motion, and let's go to the blend space to check if it's looking better now. It does actually look better now. Okay, so let's find a place to climb up. Yeah, there we have it. And the left one, obviously we need to reintroduce this Z-axis movement, but I assume that you can figure out how to fix that animation yourself. So let's go for this, and in the next tutorial we will take a look at how we can complete this, I think for now, with an animation so we can climb over the edge. And this is also going to look at how some of these offsets, which can be quite painfully to troubleshoot when you're working with these transitions from Maya and Unreal Engine. But and this clearly illustrated one of them. So let's look forward to it in the next video. So anyway, bye for now, and see you in the next one.